Welcome to NFL Daily. I am Will Scott. It is Halloween, but it's also trade deadline eve. The trade deadline is tomorrow, November 1st at 4 o'clock Eastern Time, and we're waking up here on Monday after NFL Week 8, and there have been a lot more trade rumors that have emerged here. We'll discuss those in a second. But first, I want to hear from you down in the comments section. Who do you think is the biggest name that gets traded here in the next 36 or so hours? Go down in the comments section. Let me know. Is it going to be Bradley Chubb? Is it going to be Kareem Hunt? Alvin Kamara maybe? Let me know down in the comments section. Speaking of Alvin Kamara, this has been a guy that we've seen in NFL trade rumors the last couple of days, but he did care. He went for 3 total touchdowns yesterday against the Raiders, over 160 total yards as well. He was asked about the trade rumors after the game. Here's what he said. "I'm not interested in playing anywhere else," Alvin Kamara said. He's obviously been in New Orleans his entire career. He's been a phenomenal player, but if the Saints get a first-round pick for him, then maybe they would consider that. There is a report that the Saints won a huge package. The exact quote was a Christian McCafrrey-like package for the Saints. Now, the 49ers did not get a first-round pick, or did not give up a first-round pick for McCaffrey, but they gave up multiple picks in that trade with the Carolina Panthers. But I've been hearing from different people that the Saints want to get back into the first round potentially, and they can maybe do that with an Alvin Kamara trade. I do think teams would offer a first-round pick for him. Here's what Ari Mirov tweeted out earlier. "The Bills called the Saints about Alvin Kamara this week, but were rebuffed. Per Jay Glazer, Buffalo appears to be in the running back market before Tuesday's trade deadline." So we heard some rumors about the Bills and Christian McCaffrey. Now we're hearing some rumors about the Bills and Alvin Kamara. They couldn't get a deal done. Maybe they circle back with the trade deadline being tomorrow. But I don't think the Saints should trade Alvin Kamara. They still have an outside chance at the playoffs. They're 3-5 right now after the big win over Las Vegas yesterday. And Alvin Kamara, I know the defense played well, but Alvin Kamara was a huge reason that the Saints won that football game yesterday. He had by far his best game of the season. He goes in yesterday with no touchdowns on the year and scores 3 yesterday. So the Saints are still in the mix here in a very bad division. The Bucs are 3-5. They're 3-5. Falcons 4-4. So there's one game back in the division. I think the Saints should hold on to Alvin Kamara and not be sellers here at deadline because they don't have a whole lot of depth at the running back position either. Will Alvin Kamara be traded? Type Y for yes or type in for no down in the comments section. We'll know for sure here before tomorrow, but let me know what you think down in the comments. Let's talk about another running back now. That's Jeff Wilson. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler reported over the weekend that the 49ers are willing to listen to potential offers for Wilson. Here's what he's done this season. 92 carries, 468 yards. His average, 5 touchdowns on the season for Wilson. He is really solid, but the reason that he's been in trade rumors is that they have Christian McCaffrey now. They don't really need Wilson. There's other teams that might be in need of Jeff Wilson more so than the San Francisco 49ers. Here are those teams. We just talked about the Buffalo Bills earlier. They could be in the market here for running back. So could the Eagles. They're 7-0. They're going to be aggressive at the deadline. We saw that Robert Quinn trade a few days ago. They might be more aggressive now trying to find a weapon on offense at the deadline. The Miami Dolphins, the Atlanta Falcons, and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are all in the mix here for Wilson. I actually think the Dolphins are probably the favorite to land him here because of the familiarity with Mike McDaniel. Of course, Dolphins head coach Mike McDaniel was in San Francisco as the offensive coordinator last year. Raheem Mostert came over to reunite with Mike McDaniel. Jeff Wilson might be next as they try to recreate that running back room. And you look at the Dolphins' run game, it's been one of the worst rushing offenses in the league the entire season. Chase Edmonds has been a massive disappointment. Guys, we're going to be live tomorrow for the NFL trade deadline. Subscribe and join us. We're going to be taking you through all the rumors, all the trades. There's going to be a lot of moves that go down tomorrow, so be sure to go down and subscribe to the channel and turn on your notifications so you know when we're live. Let's shift gears now to Elijah Moore because Elijah Moore has been another guy in some trade rumors, one of the best wide receivers we've seen on the trade block perhaps. And here's what he said about his chemistry with Jets quarterback Zach Wilson. "I don't get the ball. I don't know." That is a real quote that Elijah Moore said yesterday after the Jets loss to the New England Patriots. Here are some teams that might be interested in more services. I really like Elijah Moore, man. I think he could thrive outside of New York, potentially the Packers, Chiefs, Giants, and the Rams. I don't know the possibility of a crosstown, not even a crosstown, a cross-stadium trade between the Jets and the Giants, but I think the Packers might be a team that goes after him. The Packers are 3-5 after last night's loss on Sunday Night Football to the Bills. They need some help for Aaron Rodgers, man, and they need it badly. Should the Jets trade Elijah Moore, or should they hang on to them? May I remind you, the Jets are 5-3. They're very much in the playoff picture right now. Should they trade him? Type T for trade or type P for pass. Down in the comments section, go down, let me know. I think I would bet on Elijah Moore not getting traded here in the next day or two. And you can bet at BetUS if you use this promo code and go to that link, chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily to pick up a 125% deposit bonus. That means if you put $100 in, you are going to get $225 that you start with in your account. It's a great deal. Go and take advantage of it. Still time to bet on the Monday Night Football game tonight. Chatsports.com/bet. Promo code NFL Daily to get that 125% deposit bonus. Let's shift gears now to a defensive star in Bradley Chubb, because Dov Kleiman tweeted this out earlier this morning. This has been kind of the newest trade report that we've seen. The Dolphins and Jets are interested in trading for Broncos pass rusher Bradley Chubb. There's enough interest from both teams that they're considering trading a first-round pick for him, a well-plugged GM tells Peter King. So Peter King, in his Monday morning column, reported that, and Dov Kleiman tweeted that out earlier today. Here's what Bradley Chubb has done this season. 5.5 sacks, 26 tackles, 4 tackles for loss, 8 QB hits. He's been a great player his entire career. I mean, obviously that rookie season he had a few years back, 12 sacks. We haven't seen that same production from him. He did not play a whole lot last season because of injuries, but Bradley Chubb is a heck of a player. But I don't know if I'm willing to give up a first-round pick for him, especially if I'm a team like the Dolphins, who you don't have another first-round pick. You have, or I should say you wouldn't have a first-round pick if you trade for Chubb, because you lost your first-round pick, your own first-round pick, with the tampering violations. You right now have the San Francisco 49ers first-round pick. So are you going to be willing to, go into the season with 2 first-round picks and come out of the season with no first-round picks? I don't know if I'm willing to give up a first-round pick for Bradley Chubb, as good of a player as he is. Maybe the Jets, though, might be the better fit there. Who gets Chubb? If it's coming down between the Dolphins and the Jets, who gets Bradley Chubb? Type MIA for the Fins or type NYJ for the Jets down in the comments section. Curious to hear what you think. I may remind you that there was another trade that came down between the Dolphins and the Jets back in March from another AFC West team, and we know who won that trade. So we will see what happens here with Bradley Chubb. Let's talk about Brandin Cooks now. I think Brandin Cooks is a guy that gets traded before the deadline. I really do. Some of these other names, I don't know, but the Texans are the worst team in the league. They're probably going to trade Brandin Cooks here. But a league source to Aaron Wilson did say that trade talks are quiet. Aaron Wilson works for Pro Football Network. He's very much in the know, though, with the Houston Texans. He's based in Houston, worked for the Chronicle for a long time. Here are some potential Brandin Cooks destinations. I really like the Ravens as a potential fit there. I mean, him with Lamar Jackson would be deadly. Los Angeles Rams, the Chiefs, the Packers, and the Giants, all teams to monitor here for Brandin Cooks. I know that Aaron Wilson reported that trade talks are quiet right now, but the Texans are waking up this morning with the second worst record in the league, only behind the Lions, which, the Texans are going to take. The Texans are going to take for Bryce Young. So I would not be shocked if they trade Brandin Cooks here in the next 2 days. Another name that could get traded is Kareem Hunt. ESPN reported over the weekend that he is available for a 4th-round pick, and if I'm a team in need of a running back, I absolutely am willing to give up a 4th-round pick. Here are some of those teams. The Buccaneers have the worst rushing offense in the league. They're 3-5. They need some help. The Dolphins have one of the worst rushing offenses in the league. The Eagles and the Bills, other 2 teams that we've heard linked to some running backs. In fact, the Eagles might be the favorite to land a Kareem Hunt here. However, Tyreek Hill might be trying to recruit his old pal, his old teammates to Miami. Here's what he tweeted earlier this morning. Miss you, man. He added him, and then look what Kareem Hunt reposted on his page. Miss you too. And then the song Perfect Timing by Lil Baby. I don't know if I'm an Instagram expert, but that's interesting. The song choice, the two posts from both players, we'll see what happens. I know I said earlier that the Dolphins are the favorites to get Jeff Wilson, but maybe they shift gears now to Kareem Hunt because Tyreek wants Hunt in Miami. Where does Hunt get traded? I do think he gets traded. I mean, the Browns are 2-5. They're going to be 2-6. They're not beating the Bengals tonight. We'll see what happens. But where does Hunt get traded? Let me know down in the comment section. Bold prediction, I think he gets traded by the end of the day and does not play in that game tonight. And if he does get traded by the end of the day, we're going to be talking about that on our channel. We're going to get you guys a video later today with more trade rumors. And again, we're going to be live tomorrow for the trade deadline. So go down and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss anything.